of our republic was appointed under my administration, Mrs. Nancy Gadongo, and she was appointed in 2021 and continues to serve the republic in that capacity. And of course, we have our three arms of government, one of which is now headed by a woman. After 58 years of our independence, in May of 2021, I had the profound honor of being the first President of the Republic to commence an address with a salutation, Madam Chief Justice, when the Honorable Lady Justice Martha Koome assumed office as the first woman Chief Justice. We are also proud of the fact that Kenya's judiciary boasts a female Deputy Chief Justice, a female Chief Registrar, and many female principal judges and presiding judges across our superior courts. Going further, in August of this year, if it is the wish of the Kenyan electorate, we have a chance of electing a woman and shattering the glass ceiling by assuming the second highest office in the Republic of Kenya. So, ladies and gentlemen, if our women were part of the liberation struggle, advancing their cause intentionally is a duty that belongs to all of us. We owe it to them, we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to our country. And I am indeed proud to have been part of this push for women leadership in our republic. Fellow Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen, now I will give a further account of how my administration has multiplied the fruits of our liberation. And I will give this account using 4 legacy frames that have guided our execution of the mandate bestowed on us over the last 9 years. These are what I have been calling the big push investments, economic acceleration, restoration of dignity, as well as political stabilization. I begin with the first legacy frame of the big push investments, and I want to start this frame because the question many have begged is why the heavy investments in infrastructure. I have been asked severally why we have built the dams, expanded ports, built new ones, increased our road network, revived dead railways as we have built new ones. And our logic here has been very simple. It has nothing to do with what we have built, but everything to do with why we did it. The naysayers have said that we should not invest so heavily in infrastructure because people do not eat roads, they do not eat bridges. I have refused their pessimism because I know what a new road means to a farmer who has for decades been unable to get their produce quickly to the market. I refuse to delay the dream of world-class ports and fishing support infrastructure because we wanted our fishermen in our oceans and lakes to be able to gain more from their sweat of their brow. I looked at a nation whose potential was being limited by road connectivity and vowed to open up Kenya to ourselves and also to the world. The result has been that once sleepy villages and towns across our country have roared to life and become vibrant centers for economic and social activity. The result was the appreciation in the value and utility of land in many rural and peri-urban areas, instantly elevating many thousands of homes out of poverty. Similarly, fellow Kenyans, we have learned, and that is why we say we must learn from our history. is that when the British built the Kenya-Uganda Railway, some people called it the railway to nowhere, passing through a swamp called Nairobi. But to the colonizers, the railway was not the end game. What the railway was meant to achieve was the end game. Years later, what started off being called the Lunatic Express by cynics converted a swamp called Nairobi into a megacity that is today one of the top 5 cities on the African continent. It opened up an entire hinterland running from Mombasa on the Indian Ocean to Banana on the Atlantic Ocean in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The railway had transformed the East African landscape, opening up new frontiers of trade, commerce, and urbanization. This demonstrates that infrastructure has a way of turning swamps into cities, dead spaces into high-value property, village shopping centers into huge city malls. Without infrastructure, there is no way of finding new possibilities. And that is why we made it one of our big push investments. When my administration took over the helm of leadership, we knew we had only a maximum of 2 terms to accomplish a very ambitious agenda. And the challenge was that the bar set by my predecessor, the late President Mwai Kibaki, was a high one. To face this challenge, we had to first embrace what previous administrations had done and accelerate their achievements. That was part of the big push. Today, I am proud to record that if the third Kenyan administration built 2,000 kilometers of tarmac road, we accelerated this achievement by building over 11,000 kilometers, which is close to 6 times what they built. In fact, truth be said, we have built more roads in 9 years than what all previous administrations combined, including the British, built in 123 years. Wapende wasipende, hiyo ndio ukweli wa mambo. If this nation's third administration had set the bar higher, we have set the bar even higher. And the record is there for all to see. Across all 8 former provinces in each of the 47 counties, we have transformed our country 1 kilometer at a time. Our world-class infrastructure, from elevated expressways to floating bridges, have put Kenya on the global map. And as a result, we have distinguished ourselves as an investment destination of choice, a regional and continental hub, and a leader